I want to speak to you for a moment as Christians about what is happening in our nation. I know that we're all citizens, we are Americans, but I want to speak to you as a community of faith. If you haven't noticed, we are entering dangerous waters as a nation. Our political discourse has degenerated into something that, first of all, is not reflective of our ethos as a community of faith. As a nation, we seem to be held in the powerful grip of fear and anxiety. Our rhetoric is fearful. Our actions are defensive, and we seem to be afraid of everything and everybody. In the Gospels, Jesus told us over and over and over, "Do not be afraid." Before he left the disciples, his last words in the Gospel of Matthew were, "Remember, I am with you, even unto the end of the age." And somewhere else he said, "Where two or three are gathered, there I am with you." Don't be afraid. Second, I want to point out that when we are anxious and afraid, we are all tempted to blame others. We look for a quick target, a place to focus our frustration. And the first target of blame tends to be people who are not like us. The other, with a capital O. In this country, people of color rise to the top of the blame list. Thanks to a long legacy of ugly racism, when anxiety rises in the U.S., so does the number of overt acts of racism and hatred against African Americans. But they're not the only ones. Hispanics, immigrants, refugees, Native Americans, same-sex couples, transgendered folks, all the other become targeted. And we hear things like, well, we'll build a wall, or we'll pass a religious liberty bill, or we'll ban all Muslims. Yesterday, someone very publicly asserted, Islam hates us. This is othering to an extreme degree. Last night, I was invited to attend a banquet as a guest of the Council on American Islamic Relations, and I was surrounded for several hours by several hundred Muslims. And guess what? They love us. They told me so over and over and over. They love our church. They love our faith. They love us. 1 John 4:18 says, "There is no fear in love, but perfect love casts out fear. For fear has to do with punishment, and whoever fears has not reached perfection in love." We are Christians. We believe in a God of love, not fear. To the extent that we participate in our nation's violent anxiety and fear, we show that we are not perfect in love.